Okay, so this is the fourth video for the Unit 1 Attributed Title Blocks project in your Intermediate CAD class. The fourth and last video. So I've already created the layout, I've created the page setup, I've created the border that I need, I've made the mechanical title block, I've inserted the title block, and I've set myself as the author of the drawing. So now that I've got this taken care of, I need to do the architectural title block. So to do that, I'm actually going to delete layout 2. So I'm going to click on layout 2, right click, and delete. It just warns me I can't delete the model tab. Got it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a copy of the mechanical. Right click. I'm going to say move or copy. Check this box that says create a copy. And now I've got mechanical. Part 2, I'm going to rename that architectural. I'm going to come over here to this title block and I'm going to explode it. X enter will explode it for you. So I'm going to just take the mechanical title block that I've got. I'm going to change the text to make it architectural. I'll make it into a block and name it architectural title block, and that's it. That's all I'll need to do. So first, to be able to do that, I need to come over here to annotate. I've already got MECText and MECText NA. I need to create ArcText and ArcText NA. So ArcText. This font here is Stylus BT. ArcText does need to be annotative. ArcText NA is not annotative, so make that not annotative. So I've got the one that it gives me by default, annotative. I've got annotative. I've got ArcText, which is set to Stylus BT, annotative. I've got ArcText NA, Stylus BT, not annotative. MECText Arial annotative. MECText Arial not annotative. Or I'm sorry, that was MECText NA, and standard is Arial and not annotative. So I'm going to, let's see, what does it say? Set the style current, so the ArcText NA. So I'll click on this, say set current, and close. You can see my text style is ArcText NA, and all I have to do is just really come in here. You could even draw a window around it if you wanted. Everything. We'll right click and go into properties, and it lists, I have lots of objects selected, but I'm going to go into my attribute definition, and I am going to change the style from MECText NA to ArcText NA. Pull this back down and make all of my text ArcText NA as well. That's it. This is all I have to do. Be sure that you make these little labels architectural too. That's a really common mistake to make, is to change the attributes but to leave those labels as a mechanical text style with that Arial font. Now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to create a block. Spell it correctly. Pick a base point. Select the objects. I'm going to go ahead and let it delete so that I can insert it to test it. Scale. We'll just make that one of 1. I'm just testing it out here to make sure everything looks good. Alright, it looks great. So I am done with this project. That's all we needed to do, was make two different title blocks, one mechanical, one architectural, and we've got the page setups done, we've got the layouts completed, everything is done in this project. If you find that you have more than one title block, you need to do the purge command. Or I'm sorry, more than 2 title blocks, you need to do the purge command and purge out any extra blocks that you might have. When you get ready to hand this in, what your instructor is going to do is you're going to send the original DWG file. Your instructor is going to look in here, make sure that you've got 2 different layouts. that they're one architectural. The architectural layout needs to have the architectural title block. I need to be able to see those two gray fields in here. Click on the border and make sure that it's on the border layer and that your title block is on layer 0. Come over here, right click, go to Page Setup Manager and modify. Make sure it's set to monochrome, DWF eView, B-size sheet. Set your PSLT scale to 0. Click into the mechanical and do all the same things. So this should be layer 0, this should be on the border layer. Go to Page Setup Manager, modify, make sure monochrome, DWF eView, B-size sheet. PSLT scale is set to 0. Make sure that your drawing properties, you've got your name in here. Your instructor is going to insert these blocks. And make sure that they fill out the way that they should. Make sure there are only 2 blocks here. Prompts me the way that it should. So these look good. And come over here to annotate. You should have 6 different text styles: annotative, ArcText, ArcText NA, MeckText, MeckText NA, and standard. And make sure that they're all set to the correct font with the annotative box checked where it should be. And that's it. That's this project. So if you have done everything that I just covered in the last little set right there, just walking through what your instructor is going to look at, you're going to make a perfect grade on this project. If you find that you need to make any changes, you can come over here to the Insert tab, Block Editor, open up whichever block you need to edit, and you can come in here and change whatever you need to. Text height, text style, if you forgot to make these, the architectural text style. If you need to change the date to be save date, double click on the word date, double click on the field, and you can change the fields in here. When you're done, close the block editor, save whatever changes you need to, and you've got it.